Yeah. Let's go check out this new update, shall we? I set the stream title, and then I loaded the game, and it reminded me that the camps update was today. So let's go see what we can find that's new and interesting. The plan today is doing this dangerous lands modifier, because we need that. And also, if we're going to be dealing with nothing but dangerous glades, I'm also thinking we might be able to take a crack at the deed that has us open like 20 caches in one game. That could be a possibility, so we'll see. This is our first game in like a week that hasn't been marshland, so I need to remember that fertile soil exists. That's going to be a big one. And because we're probably going to actually be doing some farming this time, it should change a couple of things for us. So since we only have dangerous glades, give me some oil. I'm going to be reserving our oil and coal at the start so that we can complete a glade event quickly. And then with this last point, since we're starting with stone, give me like 36 wood, so we can really make some good time on planks. I'm never super worried about food production on Coral Forest because you can chop down trees that have meat in them. And then also, remind me to do Prestige 1 this time. We're not doing the Prestige grind yet. This is solely to make the game more interesting, both for me to play and hopefully for you guys to watch. Also, let me turn some lights on in here. I look like a goblin. Give me a sec. There we go. Much better. It might be dark by the time we finish this game, so we'll get it out of the way now. 4 additional rep points. Didn't they used to be 3? Maybe not. So what do we got from modifiers? Gain 3 to global resolve for 3 minutes every time you discover a new glade. Nice. Villagers' off-road speed decreased by 30%. Kinda sucks. Can mitigate it with housing. Fuel efficiency is lower. And we need complex food and services or people die. All in all, not terrible. Not terrible at all. And we're starting with meat. We're starting with reeds. Reeds allow us to do fabric, as well as a couple other things like training weapons, but primarily fabric. And everything is dangerous glades. So really the only thing we need to figure out is which one we want to open first. And this one looks like the shortest distance, so why don't you give me that one? You can get a woodcutter's camp in like right there. You can cut right through here. Do not burn anything but wood, at least to start. We'll do a second woodcutter's camp. Oh, I don't know, like up here. You can do whatever you want up there. There was supposed to, oh, they changed this UI. Nice. Only mark trees and avoid glades. That was one that I saw people suggesting, so I suppose that's nice to have, but we're going to stick on avoid glades except marked, because that should be just fine for our purposes. And then these are the new camps. So what do they do? Slower and can only gather from small nodes. Do everything at 1 star, and the specialized camps work at 2 stars. Okay. So you could do like a small trapper's camp. Does it still has the specialization bonus. But we could just like start gathering meat. I like that change, actually. I like it a lot. I don't think there's ever a time where I would want to bother waiting for a trapper's camp to show up if we just got meat sitting right here. It's one of those things where like we can upgrade it if we ever need to. But the node deposits really don't ever feel like they comprise a significant portion of your economy. I feel like if you're dependent on resource nodes to be like fueling a significant portion of your economy, you're probably in trouble. So let's just jump on that right away. We also have the Forsaken Altar, because we're on Prestige 1. We're not going to be building it, because it consumes Citadel resources. I would rather spend them on upgrades. The Stormforged bonuses are a lot of fun. A lot of them are very strong. but it is not something that I want to do. Well, we are limited by the Citadel. I also don't know where the labor is going to come from for these camps. Also, let's be smart and not open a glade until we've seen the cornerstones that we have available. Actually, I'm going to make an exception for you, because you have a specialty. So why don't you just get in there anyway? Now, I think the difference between the stars might just be collection speed. Like, it takes 23 seconds for them to collect meat here. It only takes 7 in the other building. Root delivery line this early could be pretty good. Moldy grain seeds, probably not going to be that good unless we start growing grain. But if we take 3 roots per minute, we can just turn roots into flour. And Safe Haven is okay for hostility. But realistically, you're only really ever going to have 2 hubs up, unless you have a really, really big settlement. So Safe Haven is only like minus 80 hostility. I think I'm cooling on it as a perk. Just give me root delivery line. As your literal first cornerstone, it's going to be hard to go wrong with just getting free stuff. And then because we have meat in trees, I'm really strongly pulled towards butcher, but I'm also really strongly pulled towards carpenter because the muscle trees basically produce tools themselves. They drop meat and they drop wood, which means that carpenter allows us to double up on planks and produce simple tools internally. And we're not really that crunched for reputation yet. So yeah, give me an economy building rather than stretching our food further. Here, I don't really want to take an herbalist camp. Forester's hut isn't great. Monasteries are really good, but it's early to take a monastery. But we do need to provide people with services and incense drops from trees, so actually maybe monastery's okay here. And the green brew, I think, is probably one of the best passive effects. So give me that. And then you're showing me don't need lumber mill, probably don't need smithy, really don't need tool shop. So it's kind of like grain mill by default. And 3-star flour will help us push our root supply even further. So let's see, functionally this is 60% of it's 6 flour per minute is functionally what the 3 roots per minute delivery line is. It's not horrible. It's like 10 biscuits per minute. Yeah, it's not a good pick, but it's the best of the picks here, I think. Just because we don't need planks and we don't need tools. Coats and trade goods by themselves aren't that important. I don't care about 1-star barrels and water skins. Yeah, it's just going to be rain mill. That's not a very exciting pick, but I do think it's the right one. And then give me a crude workstation. Really tempted to take one of these humans off and have them work these reeds. I think I will. Just start making the nodes go away. And now that we know we don't have any penalties for opening glades, open me a glade. Lizard resolve above 15 for 30 seconds to get meat delivery line. Gosh, I'd love for that to happen. Oh, no, I don't want on pause. No. So we can get them to 10. We can get them to 13 if we house them. We could get them to 16 if we house them in lizard houses. We could get them to... oh, there's already one in there. If we rush this post, we have stone for bricks, and we can get fabric because we're picking reeds. I think we might be able to do it. And meat delivery line would be really good to have. It's a really consistent source of food. So yeah, give me this. Fulfill clothing 8 times? That won't be happening. Trade 15 amber, trade 12 amber. For functionally the same thing. I guess give me a little more tools. Dude, all of these glade event ones, but I can't open 3. If we weren't on a dangerous glade map, I could probably do this as long as we see a. Actually, I probably wouldn't even do it. I don't want a tool shop. Just I wouldn't mind having +1 plank production, and I also would like to avoid having 3 villagers. So yeah, I'll find a way to make 7 of those. And then what we need to do here, this needs to be extremely prioritized, and we need to drop both of you guys to like 1, because we're going to have to pump on this. Use anything you can to make fabric and go to 4. Use anything you can to make bricks and go to 4. Both of these should be priority over planks, and in fact just don't make planks to start with. And just get everyone in here. Build it fast. Staff it. I'm gonna hope that you guys have some plant fiber in here that you're hiding. Only 1. A little scary. You might have meat in here, though, or leather in here? Do you? No. It's only 20% to get meat. Hey, you're getting reeds, though. You've got 3 reeds in here. But I need the spare builder. And then let's just get both of these set up right now, so that we can build them as soon as they come up. Might even be able to get away with just 1 house, because that'll give them probably +2 and +2. So it'll put them at 11, and then we can favor them to 15. But we need fabric from somewhere. You have 5. Honestly, after you pick this next route, I might force you to delivery. Because then at least we'll have 2 fabric. And also, don't open this glade right now. I'm a little busy, and I don't want to have to think about doing a glade event. Did you grab reeds? Yes, you did grab reeds. We have 5 minutes. I think we'll be okay on time. I think. Fuel's going to be a little scary for a bit, because we don't really have a lot of people on woodcutting. But then after that, we'll be okay. You almost done? Yeah, you're almost done. I don't know why you're not dropping bricks off. Maybe because you're building paths, right? These should be priority. Don't build roads, build those instead. Alright, there's you dropping fabric off. That's going to be good for 1 house. You don't have anything to do anymore, so we're going to take you out of here completely. And we're just going to make you spare builders. Lessons that I've learned from the single player offline against the storm I've been doing, with a lot of these timed orders, you can't really afford to just let them take care of themselves, and you really have to micro them to make sure that they get done. There's a lot of timed orders that I've lost by like 30 seconds or less because I was like, the economy is set up and the economy will take care of it eventually. Yeah, 10, 15. Okay. So that should be sorted now. 13. Oh shit, it's hostility. There. We're gonna have to do that. I can put you in a trapper's camp in the meantime. I really think the only difference between the big camps and the small camps is speed, because these guys are slow. But they're still producing the same amount of materials, so they're not more wasteful. They're just slow. Which I think is a nice balance. And it's nice to be able to actually like use a resource up when you find it, rather than just having it sit there and be an obstacle. Alright, so there's the timed order done. Deliver that. That gives us 3 more lizards. It pushes our hostility over, so we might as well just ram people in here. What do I want you to make? I want you to get this carpenter set up, primarily. So cut that tree down. I don't need to favor you anymore. Wouldn't mind having you build that second lizard house as well. Do I have the bricks for it? Yeah, I've got enough to make 2 more bricks. And not enough fabric, but I will have enough fabric soon. Before we do this, let's make sure carpenter doesn't take bricks. It doesn't. Okay. Because that's going to be our last bricks for a bit. Unless we get a couple lucky clay rolls out of this reed field. But this sets us up really well. We're getting 8 food per minute, and we'll be able to turn that into more than 8 food per minute if we get any kind of refined recipe. So this should be a very strong start to this game. Get me the carpenter, and then show me what blueprints I've got. Oh, it's our butcher again. Wouldn't mind taking it now that we've seen it again. We could also do bakery. We can do pie with meat. We can do biscuits with roots, although that's going to double dip them on flour. This is kind of close between bakery and butcher, honestly. 5 meat per minute does turn into almost 10 oil per minute if we don't do anything else with the meat, like turn it into jerky. And skewers we could make with roots. Man, we could make like all the food without even trying. I want both of these eventually, honestly. But how about we take butcher for now? Because bakery requires a rain mill and we're pretty short on staff. So I think we're going to be able to use butcher earlier. And for that reason, I think it makes sense to take it. You're going to come over here. This butcher's going to go like here. You do need brick. So I want you to use clay if you can... Oh, you're already making... You found brick from somewhere else. Well done. Good job, you. This is priority, though. And go until you've got 4. And then we'll be shutting you off once the carpenter is constructed, because that'll be a better way to make planks. I think we're going to be thanking ourselves for a really long time that we got that 5 meat per minute delivery line set up so early. One of the rare games we are never going to be worried about food. And we're just hanging out. We can get under 1 hostility this season. Not worried about that. We just have to lose 2 woodcutters. Yeah, we'll have to lose 2 woodcutters. And then for next season, we should probably get some houses going. Actually, I don't even need to build this anymore, really. It could be like a big shelter instead. Let's see, what would a lizard like next to their house? Maybe like a couple barrels and a little fence corner. Might look kind of tasteful. And then over here we can do like a pipe that goes like that. There, back down to 0. So cut this. Give me a second person in here to really rush these planks out. Give me a second person in here. You're already staffed. But we're making good time on getting through those reeds. And then after we build this house, we'll probably build like 1 more house there, and then we'll get a rain mill up, most likely. because a rain mail can start working on these packs of building materials. And that'll be useful. Because the earlier we can get that +1 plank per production, the better off our economy is going to be. So in the spirit of getting that done, why don't you get all of this out of the way? Because we can put 4 aesthetics decorations along the back there. Wait a minute. Hang on. This isn't Guild Wars 2 World versus World anymore. This is Against the Storm. There we go. That's more correct. I knew there was something I forgot. One of these days I'm going to be a professional enough streamer that I actually remember to set my stream title correctly. That day is not today, but one of these days I will. You almost done here? 1 of 2? 2 of 2. Almost. Almost done. No planks. What are you doing in here? You're just not carrying anything away? I understand. I get it. You don't want to. We've all been there. Cornerstone me. Maybe? Like, it is really good hostility reduction. Oh, Rich Glades is different now. It's +5 for small deposits and +20 for large deposits. It's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. Baptism of Fire is probably just too good as hostility reduction, though. As much as I like to just roll with a lot of Blight Rot Cysts, because they give a pretty strong bonus, you just kinda, you gotta take it. It's really strong hostility reduction. Especially with the map that we have so far, where we're going to be doing a lot of production. Like, this Carpenter is going to go to 3-star hostility very quickly, because it's going to be churning out planks and tools. This Butcher is going to be at 3-star hostility, or 3-star corruption all the time, because it's going to be producing a ton of food. You're going to go to 50, you're going to go to 50, you're going to go only to like 40. Jerky, you're going to make out of anything you can find, as well as oil. And oil, you're going to make out of meat, and oil is going to be priority 1. So we'll make sure that fuel happens first. And then after we know that fuel's happening, then you can make food. Big house we're going to wait on, because I don't want you to make any more planks. In fact, we can turn it off because you have 4 inside right now. Just go and build the Carpenter. We're also out of drizzle, so I could put more people in here. I could take more people as well. Third race is Harpies. I do like having Harpies in the hearth. So we'll do that right away. And then we will fully staff these woodcutters' huts. And we are at full employment until we build this Carpenter. Once we build the Carpenter, we will no longer be at full employment. We'll have to take people out of woodcutters' huts. But for one brief moment, every workplace was filled. And what a joyous occasion that was. So after that, this is going to be your priority. And then we could also look at opening this glade at this time. Do I have you set to use both of these? There we go. Start to get some very slow initial tools going. Complete 5 trade routes, sell 15 amber to get a bunch of crap. Finish a bunch of trade goods that I don't care about to make Pack of Good production faster. I have never liked any of the perks that increase your ability to produce packs of stuff. Maybe it's like a trade thing, and I've never gone super deep into that aspect of trade. I've always just done trade routes, but it's never been super impressive. This is keep Harpy Resolve above 18 to get +2 to Skewers. I would like to make that happen, and I'm pretty sure I can get Harpies to 18. Not soon, but I can get harpies to 18 eventually. It's going to be important to work this carpenter, and I want 2 people in it. So let's have you guys get going. Also, don't use wood for simple tools. Use planks for simple tools. Much more efficient. And then you're almost done with roots. You've only got 1 more node to go. You guys are very slow, but I appreciate your work all the same. This is going to bring this glade, or this is going to open this glade. It's going to bring that tree down. What do we got? A bunch of crap. War beast. The +2 to jerky production. Huge. You are a grill. I will probably salvage you. You are a smithy. I already decided I did not want you. You are a seller. I can make... No, I can't. I thought I could use roots for wine. I cannot use roots for wine. But still, well, no one actually cares about wine. Sprawling, nobody cares about luxury. So you're also going to be getting salvaged. Like, I could maybe use wine for pigment, but that's not that great. And then you have artifacts. I'll probably keep you. We have more reeds. We are going to need a ton of people to work this. Are we good to ignore wood for a bit? Yeah, sort of, but I'd rather do this. Alright, let's hope that we get a roll of 2 living matter and not 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, fine. So I need to find 6 laborers. Well, that's going to be you guys. Wine and +1 to crystallize dew production. That's pretty good. That's not good. That's just a bunch of nothing that I don't care about. And that's also really not good. Wow, those are not good rolls on what the living matter is giving us. Fortunately, we just produce 8 food per minute. So, the fact that we found living matter is not horrible. Is this what I want to go with? Oh, I have 2 people in here? Okay, I can get 1 of you into there. And I can actually get rid of both of you. I want someone to build this house. I want to get people housed. I wish I had sea marrow to burn, but I don't. So we're going to starve a little bit, and then we'll be okay. We also found our first patch of fertile soil. So that's interesting. It's going to be like those, and then I think that one, and then there's like another row in the back that also needs to go. Why don't you come over here and just take a look at that for me? Uncover where all that fertile soil is. This does also mean that we save all of our oil and coal for extra potential other glade events. So that's fine. 2.5 minutes. Food's almost already gone. But it's okay. It's totally okay. I think our food production is not scary at all, because we're getting 8 per minute automatically. And we're getting 20 jerky out of this one. And we're getting... That's it. We're getting 20 jerky out of this one. But people can eat jerky for a bit. Everyone likes jerky here. In this village, we stand jerky. And then we'll salvage all these buildings up. We'll get a farm down, and then we'll open one of these other dangerous glades. And we have their cash. We've already made 6 tools somehow. That's actually very impressive. I don't know where we got all that metal. Oh, we must have gotten it from an order. 6 tools sounds like a number that you'd get from an order. 1.5 minutes on each of these. Hey, the other upshot is that pretty much everyone is working on nodes, or on events, and people who work on events don't take breaks, and if you don't take breaks, you can't get hungry. Except for this, the one harpy is a firekeeper and is just pretty upset about things right now. But they'll be okay. We can favor them if things get truly desperate. And I don't even think we'll get to that point. You hiding planks in here? You are hiding planks in here. Harpy resolve is low. I'll be favoring you soon. Just chill. Just chill out. It is kind of a long time. I'll grant you that. But as soon as these finish, we'll be fine. Ten seconds. That one's done. This one's done. This one is about to be done. I'll favor you for a bit. And then I need the food delivery line to tick right now. When they all go and try to eat and then see that there's no food. It's not going to work out that way. Then in that case, I need you to carry this jerky back. Okay, we're going to lose our only harpy. That's just the way she goes. We'll get another one. But there's nothing I can do to prevent that. Honestly, losing one harpy for doing 3 living matter, it's not a horrible trade. Yeah, later. You are now going to be a lizard. We are at hostility 1. We can trim woodcutters to go to hostility 0. But we really got to get people housed. Like, this kind of has to happen pretty soon. I need you to drop these planks off, my guy. So cut them now. Oh, I guess I prioritize that too? Okay, fine. No, that's fine. That's fine. It is nice to get that jerky perk, though. Okay, you're gonna get in there. Why am I still at hostility 1? Why do I still have a woodcutter? Get out of there. I really do not need, like, any of this happening. Although I guess, really, it just, like, makes people really slow. It's not horrible. It says low on food, but we will recover. You guys can go back to work in here. You can go back to work in here. These trees all need to come down. You're still carrying away sea marrow. You're still carrying away brick. I can have like one person work here. Doesn't really need to be more than that. This place, though, I want to ram full of people. This place is going to be working all the time. It is crazy that we just make skewers for free, though, from all these delivery lines. Like, that's pretty good. Can I salvage any of these yet? I could salvage you. Could actually salvage all of these. Just need the people for it. Need you guys to finish hauling. Or I need to take people at the start of next season. Either one is fine. Yeah. Give me people. Firekeeper's armor I don't really need on lower prestige. Leftover crops got buffed. That used to be 1 pack of provisions for every 10. Now it's 2. And grain bags doesn't really do anything for us. We also don't produce herbs, so I'm gonna reroll this one. None of those do anything for us. Additional trade slot and faster traders is good. Each newcomer group having 2 additional people is good-ish early game, but kind of falls off. Why don't you give me trade logs? And then, why don't you give me, 4 harpies. We can finally have a harpy firekeeper. And then you guys can just go work in there. We're going to get 4 people back from that. I know it keeps saying low on food, but I'm pretty sure it's just lying to me. Investigate that. Like, I'm pretty sure it's because they're hiding a bunch of food in here. Like, it says we have no jerky. We actually have 5 plus 12 jerky in here. So I think after that levels out, we'll be okay. Next building is going to be a rain mill back here. We don't really need to do that right now, actually. Let me build houses instead. Let's make some good plays. That's going to be a house. This is going to be decorations, and then this is going to be a road. So let's get that cleared out. How are we doing on tools? We're still at 6. You have not made any tools. Is this a correct statement? No, you've made 2. Okay. The muscle trees haven't really kicked in yet. But we'll get 6 more from this smithy. So we'll have 12, 13 of 19. We'll get there. Just need to have a little patience. Yep, and then start hauling all that stuff back. We've got 2 humans here, and then lend me a harpy to go and do this. Give me 25 coal. You guys are doing great work. Despite the fact that they're making meat and skewers non-stop, our meat count is going up. This is a good sign. We're really going to make 5 meat per minute go a long ways here. 5 meat per minute is 12 jerky per minute. It's just all, it's all good stuff. You're going to come down here and get these roots as well. You are waiting for planks. You have planks. Why don't you deliver those planks? Harpies have found skewers to eat. I can put them at 15. I might be able to put them at 18 if they win house roulette when we build this big house over here. Or if they can find some jerky to eat after the skewers level out. Because right now all of our jerky is going into skewers because that's more efficient. Especially with that +2. So the food production just needs a bit to stabilize. And then we're going to be set for a very long time. In terms of the complex food that we have, not just like the raw amount of food that we have. And then you can also be rebuilt. Or not rebuilt, you can be salvaged. You'll give me 20 roots and something else. That'll be welcomed. And then we will begin to start looking at the next glade that we want to open, which looks like right here is going to be pretty close. So we'll probably just do that. New orders. Open 3 caches. Scout's Pack get buffed? I think Scout's Pack might have gotten buffed. It was already quite good, so that's a little surprising. +1 to eggs production. I've also never seen that perk. I wonder if that's new. Have 10 and keep them above 30. That will almost certainly happen at some point this game. But then this gives us a slightly more efficient way to finish that 7 packs of building materials. And I think if we saw people in a glade event, we'd probably take them, so why don't you give me Lost in the Woods? And then for this house over here, we'll do a water barrel. And you can have a yard like that. And then for the big house, we might just give them like 2 benches. Have a lot of seating area. Lizards are ticking resolve because they love everything they're eating. I could push harpies to 18 right now. Does that get us anything good? +2 to skewers. It does, actually. So let's try and knock that out. +2 to skewers, just making our jerky go even further beyond. Now, how long do I have to hold this for? 30 seconds. I need you to find jerky. Otherwise, this is all going to come crashing down. Are you delivering right now? No, you're both resting. It's going to be tight. $10 seconds. Just don't think about how you're not going to have jerky for the rest of your life for 4 seconds. Okay, you found 20. We're fine. Done. +2 to skewers production. Even more food. Now we have the option of Big Trapper's Camp, which would let us do these Leech Brood Mothers. And the rest of the stuff is pretty unimpressive, so I might take it here. Give me this. Oh, does it auto-upgrade this? It does! Oh, that's really cool. So if you take the upgraded building, the small camp automatically turns into the proper camp. Man, what a cool quality of life thing that they thought about. Oh, it straight up just like upgrades it in the bar. I see. Cool. That's a really nice change. I really like the inclusion of the small gathering camps. Okay, and then you're going to have 2 benches. And then along the back of this, we're going to have our aesthetics decoration. So it's going to go rain mill here, road here, and then road coming up that way. And we'll have lamp, lamp, and then we'll have 2 of our golden leaf bushes that we worked so hard to unlock. Harpies don't need to be favored anymore. Tools, we're at 14. You guys working in here? No, you need more metal. Okay, understandable. This is going to house everyone except for 1 person. Now, is it time for a blight post? I do see 1 blight pod already. You're probably pretty close to 1. You're not pretty close to 1. Even through all this corruption that you generate with oil. I guess you don't generate much for skewers and jerky. Meat production is still on the rise. Almost makes me think we could use oil as a fuel. No, not mine. Blight post. Build it. This has to be the earliest that I've ever ticked reputation through resolve before. And I think we are going to ride this out. And we're not going to drop to 0. I'm just going to work woodcutters all the way through storm. It should be totally fine. How many idle builders do we have right now? That's a lot. What were you guys doing that you're not doing anymore? Maybe this was like the building salvage crew? Use oil for that, I guess. And make like 5. Actually, no. Let's have a harpy do that. Let's extend the oil a bit. So next glade is going to be this one. We'll be looking at opening this cache soon. As soon as we get the metal that we need. And this is a big grove of muscle sprout trees, so I would expect it to come in pretty soon. 16 to 9, 12 to 9. People are just pogged up about the refined food that they've got. You've got one left to go there. You've also got one left to go. As soon as that's gone, you're coming down here and working on these two. We're going to start managing our hostility through baptism of fire. I think we have a reasonable shot at doing the open 20 caches here. We have a really good hostility reduction engine. We have an excellent economy. Our food is not a problem at all. And we can just crack a lot of glades. And more importantly, we can get a lot of people in here. We're basically just rushing against impatience right now. Could also start thinking about getting a trading post up. Do I want you to open this in Storm? It's going to be plus 30. Yeah, that's going to put us at 120. Why don't you not do that? Is that the last charge on the tree? No, you have one more charge to go. Okay, never mind. You don't. Hostility 2 doesn't tick anything for us, though, so actually it's fine. Why don't you use oil for this? We will be converting this to get the source of edible insects. Even more stuff that we can turn into jerky. This is going to be -8 to global resolve, but Storm is almost over, and it's going to be harvesting and planting are 80% slower. We don't do that. That doesn't happen here. So carve the rest of these away. Also, 40 is probably a fine number. I think that's okay. What do you got for me? Frequent caravans could be a thing. Crowded houses could also be like a resolve thing. But then, you know, frequent caravans is a resolve thing. But then Rebellious Spirit is also a resolve thing. And it's probably better than frequent caravans. Like, as long as Impatience is above... As long as Impatience is at 6, Rebellious Spirit is as good as frequent caravans is. And then it's better past 6 Impatience. So I'm going to take Rebellious Spirit. I think it's just going to be better overall. And then why don't you give me 3 more lizards? Because we've got a lot of lizard jobs that lizards appreciate working. We have insects over here, I think I saw. No, it's some leeches over there that I saw. We have a single stone, so we can get a stonecutter's camp down. We are out of wood. So we should probably get some people working on that. And then we have a ton of veggies and a potential coal mine and a cache that will be going to the Citadel because it just has items in it. And nothing more important than that. I want to clear out this farm spot so that if we see a farm, we can take a farm. We have 2 amber, which is not quite enough to set up a trading post, but after we get 19 simple tools, actually we could open this one now and we could send it to the Citadel now. Maybe we should do that instead. You are idle in here. So why don't you come open that? Because I don't need builders right now. You're idle in here, but that's fine. I want you to wait for things to happen. I wonder if we could think about getting a monastery up soon. How are we on? We're pretty good on clay and stone. We could get a monastery up. We don't have the people to work it. But we could think about getting one up. We're actually about to get some workforce back from that camp. Okay, so you, once you finish these 2 trees, are going to come up here. Then you could open this glade, you could also open that glade. We're starting to have a homelessness issue again, which kind of makes me want to put a hearth down here. Harpy resolve is low. That's just because there's an event running. You'll be okay. It's because you can't find any skewers to eat. I know, you're very sad. So these 2 trees are going to have to go. After you're done with that one, we'll have you do that. You're done in 2 minutes. Okay, I might need to favor you a little bit. What's the holdup over here? It's because you're working on oil so much? Maybe oil isn't going to cut it as a fuel source. Maybe we can't make it fast enough? I'm not sure what's going on. I don't know what your issue is. But it's hurting our food production. So turn wood back on for a little bit, and then we'll focus on getting this mine up. You come up here so we can get a... Well, no, I don't even have the people to work a rain mill right now. And the pack of building materials isn't that important because I would like to get this perk first. So don't build me a rain mill right now. It's not that important. Do you carry this road down? Oh, there's a 4th coal back there. It's kind of an awkward placement then. I'd have to build 2 mines. And that's 8 people? We'll never have the people to work that. I've got 2 free laborers. Where do they want to go? They don't have anywhere to go. Maybe it is time for a monastery. We've got 2 humans with no job. You guys almost done in here or what? I'm gonna have to favor lizards. What is going on? Well, it's not that, it's the jerky. It's this. This is the issue right now. Is that we fell behind on oil, they all had to make oil, and then we ran out of food. That's been the problem. Also, we got that 20 amber. We can build a trading post now. Which means... Oh, we're gonna have to... You know what? Burn coal for a bit. It's gonna suck for glade events for the short term, if there's a glade event that needs coal, but hopefully it's a glade event that needs oil. Okay, you come here. You come here. Bricks are gonna be really tight for a while, because we're putting them all into the monastery, which should be priority, I think. We'll be able to get some more bricks there, at least. Oh, it's 5 coal! Holy cow. Maybe I will build 2 mines there. Who knows? And then you... Where can you come? Why don't you just sit back here and be a harmony decoration? Let's center you. And then we'll, like, put a fence around you. No, I don't want to click on the button. I want to do that. Thank you. That'll look nice. You keep clearing this coal spot out. Because I do think that I might build 2 mines there. 2 hubs to neighborhood for another +1 to planks. Versus build a ton of packs of goods that I don't care about. I will absolutely do that. You can just come over here. You don't have anything to do anymore. So it's going to be a mine here and a mine here. One of them's going to mine 3 coal, one of them's going to mine 2. I think the farm would go here eventually, so this is going to be a road. that will be a farm. If we ever find a farm blueprint. This is going to be a mine. Also, these are going to need to go as well, so that we can attach it to a road. How are we doing on tools? 10 tools. You're starting to make it. But you're short on metal, and you're short on metal because both of our woodcutters' posts are pretty far away from civilization right now, so let's see if we can do something about that. Why don't you come up here? Hostility 3. Do we care? We absolutely care. We don't want that to happen. But we'll be able to burn some... Oh, we might get the monastery up in time. Interesting, interesting. I don't think monastery is going to go up in time, so we're going to have to cut woodcutters very briefly. And then we're just going to re-employ them in like 30 seconds. Yeah, not quite. Very close, but not quite. We have a couple people with no housing who are going to be slow. So give me humans in here. I just like having them match. You don't actually need them to match. And then we can put lizards back in this post. We could put harpies back in this post. No. Go back to... There you go. 19. Still at 10. Here, still need brick. You might actually straight up be out of... No, you're not. You've got 4 in there, and you're bringing 10 more stone by. You don't have any excuse. 1, 2, 3, 4. So here... We'll have a house here. This house, I'll give a nice yard. And then, let's do human housing back here. Do humans like water? Let's say they get a pipe that goes like into their house, and then they get another water barrel. They've got like running water in there. That's crazy. That will be 8 housing. We have 6 people who are homeless, so that should be fine for them. And then what do you need for your services? A bunch of incense that you find in trees. That'll be fine. Harpies are sad because they can't get enough skewers. I think you'll be fine soon. Do I have to build a second butcher? Like, is that what this is about? Workers move faster, doubling production. None of it makes them produce faster, though. God, I might need to build a second butcher. That would be insane. Cornerstones. +1 to human resolve for every 70 incense produced. I don't think villagers are going to be dying or leaving this village. I will just be honest with you right now. So do I take religious settlement knowing that both lizards and humans care about incense production, and that we could produce incense pretty easily using roots and coal? Yeah, I think I do. I just then look for an incense building to take. And then do we take more people? I have 1 idle laborer right now, and there's a lot of buildings left to build. So yeah, give me these guys. And then show me what Sahilda's got. Sahilda has a plantation. She's also got a lot of really nice perks. I'd love to have orderly storage, but I think heavy millstone is going to be better. And then I am willing to sell 7 amber worth of stuff to get a plantation. What stuff will that be? Possibly meat. Something like that. And then give me plantation. And then build me a plantation. So what do berries let us do? I don't know, I'm not really sure. I think we can use them in skewers. Later we could use them in pie. I didn't really have a plan for it, I just wanted to farm. You can be a lizard. You are fully staffed. Man, both of them are fully staffed. Is it time to open another glade? How are we on fuel? We've got 49 oil, 43 coal. Could open another glade. How about this one down here? And then as soon as this tree's gone, we can set the mines up. The mines are going to go like this. That's 2 free laborers. How are you guys doing on these? 44 of 74. You're making some progress. I'm pleased. I'm not over the moon, but I'm pleased. You're out of planks. Why is this? You're not. You have 24. You're just not hauling them very quickly, I guess? Also, we should put a warehouse over here. For eventually, if our economy shifts more in this direction, we can make some more production buildings down here. We have a shorter walk. We could put a second butcher down here, now that I think about it. That might be a natural place for a second butcher to go. And then give me this mine, because somehow we have like a wealth of people. We have a large workforce, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 11 people homeless, so this is also going to need to be a big shelter. You can also have a yard. And then why don't you take like a bench? And you can have some barrels behind you. And that'll be other human house. We're going to have 2 humans working in here. Everyone is ticking reputation right now. You love to see it. Did I tell you? No, don't do plant fiber, only do berries. And then what you got in this glade? This will be +3 to global resolve as well, I believe. Yeah. It's a fishman totem. We can handle that very easily. That's just going to be a little bit of oil. We're going to convert it. We are going to send some harpies to work on it. It just means we can't salvage for a bit. That's okay. We'll live. Do I want a 3-star coats building? It couldn't hurt. It really couldn't hurt, could it? And it's a pretty low lift to repair it. Sure. Rebuild that. We have another cache. 10 parts is a lot of amber. So I think we will be repairing that one. And then you have extra reeds in here that we can harvest once we have people. Three-star pie looks like the most interesting thing here. Furnace with 2-star bricks and 2-star pie is kind of interesting. We're never going to make this coal, but we could make incense. And we took the incense perk for humans. So brick oven does interest me a lot. This would also be an incentive to put the rain mill up. And both humans and lizards like pie. Yeah, give me a brick oven. A brick oven, I think, can go down here. Now that you're done with this glade, I want you to come down here and cut that tree down. You're, like, not really doing anything anymore, so why don't you come up here and get rid of all these mussel sprout trees. You're good. I could never take people off of that, honestly. I do wonder where all of my laborers went all of a sudden. Oh, we've got small herb node over there. We could do a small herbalist camp to collect that. I guess it's the 2 of you in here and the 3 of you in here. That's 5 people. So we're not going to have people to work this mine once they're done, because 2 are going to go in here and 2 are going to go in here. And then like one is, and then a bunch are gonna have to go in the rain mill. Let's get that up. Oh, I like the way this turned out. This looks really good. How nice. And then we're looking at upgrading you, which is going to take a couple aesthetics decorations. Like that. And then maybe give me like some bushes behind it. And then I need 14 people living around this. I think we can get that with the next migration wave. This is done. Okay, for the time being, just work the reeds. When I do decide to work you, you're never going to do that. It's going to be these two harpies that come out of this totem and go into here, I think. Could also trim woodcutters. How are we doing on wood? Yeah, we're only at 38. It's a little scary to trim woodcutters right now. We're not quite at 19 tools yet. Do you have any in stock? Yeah, you've got 2. That's still not going to put us where we need to be. But it is nice to know that they're in there. And then just free builders, please. Just a couple of free and available builders. Minute 46. 2:37 left in Storm. We're fine. This cache, we said, oh, we were going to keep this one. It does give us bonus metal. You know what? Take one person out of here. Opening this cache basically lets us make more tools, so let's open that one first. And I'm once again in the position of needing more people. We got to enjoy about a minute and a half of going, man, it's nice to have full employment, before we realized that we need more people to do all these jobs. This is going to be a brick oven down here. Nice little 2x2 building. You will be making pie, you will never make coal. And you will make incense. You can make it out of insects and roots. And you can make it out of coal, because we'll be mining that eventually, and go until you've made like 50. And then pie, go until you've made like 50. And you can use all of these things in pie. And up here for skewers, you can also use berries and skewers. Now, I actually don't use roots, because roots are going to be flour. So what else is using roots? I don't think anything else is using roots. Roots are just flour now. 10 seconds to go. Before we get 2 harpies back. This is Harmony Decorations, and we'll probably come down here eventually. And you're what, just +3 to go, will resolve? Yeah, it's pretty good. We'll take it. I could have 1 harpy working here. Could have 2 harpies working here. Whatever, we just won't have builders during Storm. No, we will have builders during Storm, because I can shed woodcutters. I don't see anything here that I like. A Tinkerer is like maybe. Cooperage, also maybe. Smokehouse, definitely not. I don't think we need 3-star jerky. That's just overkill. And ranch, we don't have anything to feed them with. So give me 1 free reroll. I don't really know what I'm looking for, but I don't think it's 3-star fabric. I don't think that's what I'm looking for. I think the makeshift workshop is enough for that. So am I looking at like an apothecary as a better producer of incense? I could also be looking at a source of biscuits for humans and harpies. Sure. I'll look at that. I do like the idea of just loading up on complex foods. Kind of got to get tools on the go, though, if we want to open 20 caches this game. Let's see, have 30 packs of provisions or fill the need for brawling a bunch of times. This gives us a ranch, we don't care. Sure, I don't foresee finishing that. I don't think we want to nor need to. Take me under 2 and give me free builders that way. We still have people who are homeless somehow. Because we haven't had a free builder in forever. You know what? It's my fault. I'll take the blame for that one. It is my fault. Then I want like this whole patch of trees gone. Because I want this road to come straight across here. So you guys are going to work on it from this side. And you guys are going to work on it from this side. Don't really have plans for you yet. Eventually, but not yet. And now I think the biggest thing I'm really looking for from Cornerstones is something that wins. I think we have enough complex food production and enough services generation that we could just win through ticking reputation if we wanted to. But I'd rather not chance it, and I'd rather have something that's a sure bet. I need some kind of stacking global resolve increase. Like run a bunch of trade routes, sell a bunch of stuff worth amber, you know, something like that is going to ensure us the ability to win, rather than make it more likely. We want the guaranteed thing. 18 of 74, and then you're moving over here. You are not built yet. That's fine. Builders have a lot to do right now. I take full credit for that. Exploration training is not it. Rich Glades, despite being buffed, I still don't think is very good. And improvised tools actually might be good enough. It's a great source of tools. Yeah, fine. We're also not going to have so many woodcutters that the penalty's really that bad. +2 to barrels. 2 crystallized dew for every 10 berries. We are growing berries. We'd have to sell a lot of stuff to get there, though. What would it be, feasibly? Would it, like, really be crystallized dew? We need to sell 17 worth... more than 17 worth of stuff. We need to sell 21 worth of stuff. It's not even going to be close to good enough. Sorry, Farlef, I can't afford that. And I'm not willing to sell the parts at this point. Not when we know we have 2 mines to build. Now, people, on the other hand... Yeah, give me 3 more humans for this rain mill, because they're going to have to work in this rain mill. And then also, why don't you give me 7 packs of building materials? Is that true, or do we want to get this first? We want to upgrade this hub first. We're really close to being able to do that. So make me flour until you've got 50, and don't worry about packs of building materials and that other stuff yet. Make sure all of our woodcutters are staffed up. Mine is finally being built. How's our coal looking? We're down to 25. Yeah, we're definitely going to want to run that mine. You guys are still, like, not really keeping up, which makes me think I do need that second butcher. You're, like, sort of there on skewers, but you're not really there on jerky. And a second butcher would just be insurance that our food production can go the distance. Meanwhile, though, get in here and mine some coal. 14 tools. We need 5 more. How are you looking in here? 16, 18, 20. You are building the tools that we need. You we can get to full employment. You are working on coats, and you're pretty much there. We're only going to need 1 harpy in there. Because it's only humans that are using coats, and we only have 10 right now. This house is going up. We still need 1 more comfort decoration. They're working on building it, and we need to build these, but that will push it to neighborhood. That will finish advanced district, at which point we will be able to do those packs of building materials. Should maybe open a glade this season, too. Like, we got one right here. We also got one right here. We also got one right there. That's a little late. We're already halfway through drizzle. We'll wait on it. Let's make sure our economy is fixed. Okay, so now just build these 4. And then that will be upgraded. What are you doing in here these days anyway? You're making bricks? Doesn't know... No. I guess we didn't take that building. Okay. That's fine. We're on this road out here. That's getting close to being done. We're at 20 tools now. Someone can come open this cache. That will be our 3rd opened cache. What does that get us? It gets us the scouts back, which is quite good. It also gets us 4 people, which is quite good. But really, the biggest thing we need right now is to be burning more blight rot cysts. So I might even put more people to work in there. And maybe that's where all of our oil is going, now that I think about it. Which would mean that we'd want to make a 2nd butcher. It would. Rain mill is going up. This is going to be a job for humans. I will have 1 to start, so I have a free builder. But later, we will be putting many more humans into that rain mill. Basically, like, as soon as these are done. So I'd like you to make these instead of working on a road. You can come a bit closer to these trees. You can come a bit closer to these trees. You, I don't have the harpies for right now, but soon. You are doing fine on coal. I'd rather have the mine run than get like a couple extra herbs from that herb node. Or that flax node, whatever one it is, I can't remember. It's an herb node, okay. These decorations are finally going up, that's great news. That leech broodmother is finally gone, that's great news. What do you need to upgrade? 4 more aesthetics decorations. Well, we could do those like right here. How about a flower bed to mix it up? And then 4 more comfort decorations. And 2 species houses. Well, we can do that. Get rid of that. Give these guys a nice yard, too. I'm about yards today. And then that will upgrade that to the final tier. I can get you to come over here and help with that. This is upgraded. We can turn this job in. Which means we can now do you. We also opened caches, so we can do you. That gets us 4 people. Let's hope that some of them were humans. They were. We can get 2 of you working in here. And then we have 2 leftover laborers. One of them is going to work in this brick oven, for sure. Leisure and brawling. Training weapons should be pretty easy to make at this point. However, market carts is really good. So give me market carts. And then I think I kind of have to take cookhouse. It's going to increase our capacity to produce refined food. Like granary, not great. Ranch, not producing enough to make ranch work. Provisioner, we've already got the flour, and we're probably not going to be doing packs for provisions. So give me a cookhouse. And then the cookhouse will go like here. The market will probably go back here as the service building for this encampment. You've got this out of the way. You come down here. You're going to be a cookhouse for sure, I would say. Or the cookhouse could go like here. Either way, the lumber camps are going to have to come down here pretty soon. 4 people need to be housed, but we're building 4 houses soon. Take me to 10 on that, and 10 on these, just so we have a supply of it. You're mostly caught up on codes. We have 37 in storage. It's good enough. And I do think I kind of want to prioritize market, because that carrying capacity bonus is really good. So it's going to be a road here. You're going to move ever so slightly to here. And then the market is going to... Oh, we need 3 more trees to go. Well, if we're going to do it, let's do the whole thing. And actually it comes like all the way down here, and then it wraps around here. And if you go here, you should be able to reach all of them. We are at hostility 4, though. I think we will want to drop below that. So we'll do something like that. Which gives us 1 extra harpy to put in a mine. Humans are already out of things to do here. Oh, because they ate all the planks already. So 1 more person needs to work in here. You're fully staffed, you're fully staffed. You're fully staffed. Brick oven needs lizards. Where are lizards working that they would be better served somewhere else? This woodcutter's camp, for sure. You can be humans. So that I can get lizards down here making pie and incense. What else can I make incense with? Maybe. Maybe. Also, how are we doing on coal? 23. Little scary. But they're about to haul a bunch over. Wouldn't mind finding a second coal mine. Wouldn't mind that at all. We're going to burn a couple blight rats. The fire is not going out. Are you kidding me? You have 31 coal. Don't lie to me. Is it because you stole a bunch to make incense? No, you don't have any. You liar. You have 31 coal. Just chill. How are we doing on stone? 46? We could start doing paved roads to increase our efficiency just a little bit more. And the biggest place to put them would be like this square. And then also out to that, and probably also out to like this. just to make people move that little bit faster. You've got this cleared out. We can put a market here now. What just happened? Why are we at 4? You should not be at 4. Did we gain rep? Did we lose hostility? Did we... I don't know what happened. What? Why are you out of fire? 20 seconds? Oh my god, we did burn through all of our coal. That's why it was warning me. Because I forgot about this. That's why it was warning me. Okay. Fuel is now a problem. We need to find coal, but instead we're going to take Sail the Secret Cookbook to get even more jerky, because we just started making pie. What else can you use in the interim? Oil? Use oil. Huh. We really need to up our coal production now. Significantly. Also, all of our planks are gone somehow. How did this happen? Do we take more people? Yeah, I think we still need workforce. There we go. Okay. Okay, hub is back on. Hostility is reduced. We're never going to get below 3 ever again. Ever, ever. So, you can't use coal anymore. You have to use oil. I'm sorry. We also might need to burn sea marrow as fuel. We also might need to open a glade. I mean, we don't need to, but I'd like to. Let me specify. Come down here and open that. I just want to see what's in there. There could be treats in there. 16 of 20. I need 2 more species houses. Where would those go? Behind the cookhouse when we put it over here. That's what I'm going to say. This whole section of forest is going to go. We actually almost need a 3rd hub. Because we have so many people. I think we're also done taking people. I think we're good. You're almost done with packs of building materials. So after you're done, I don't want you to make them anymore. I only want you to make flour. How are you doing down here? You're making pies. That's great news. Yeah, you can put all that stuff in pie. We have so much meat. We gotta get this second butcher open. Like, enough fooling around. Especially because this oil production is starting to get out of hand. If we're gonna make oil our main source of fuel, we gotta get serious about it right now. Roads are gonna come down here. You just finished over there, so come back here. You're good for now. Don't really have the spare labor for you, but I would like to open a second mine. Possibly when these herb nodes are done. Is when I could send someone over there. That's a big herb node, so we can't even use you. And then let's see, you're oil at 1, use meat, go to 100. Let's actually stockpile oil to get us through storm. And then your skewers 50, jerky 50. For skewers, you're using jerky only, and like anything else you can find. For jerky, you're using insects or meat, and you're using oil. Is this correct? Yes. But importantly, oil is priority 1. Oh, you can't reach that glade. Alright, we'll save that for next season then. Got a rep from somewhere. I don't even know what we want anymore. Maybe Clan Hall? Does give us a way to fulfill the brawling need. And I think the apothecary can make training tools, is this correct? No, it's cosmetics, incense, and biscuits. Okay, well you're probably gonna go up here. Yes? Maybe? I don't even have people to work it yet. Okay, you're all gonna get in there. This much I know. You're gonna move over here, so we can finally finish this part of the village. The market is going up. Where am I going to find 3 people to work in the market? Can't really afford to trim woodcutters yet. Okay, one of you doesn't need to be here. Actually, I only need 1 person to work the market, so it's not really that bad. And I guess I could trim one of you. Like, once you get caught up, you shouldn't really be having any issues in here. Sure, get in there. That Leech Broodmother's almost gone. And then what do you need to upgrade? 8 more comfort decorations. These can go at the top of the market. We'll give you the classic long pipe with a valve. That will put us at 12. And then 13, 14, 15, 16 can go here. We'll do like some barrels behind the bakery. And then this is probably going to be the totem. So we'll have like some benches in front of the totem so people can sit in front of it and appreciate it. That puts us at 16. Then we need 4 more aesthetics decorations. How about just a big garden next to the brewer, or next to the butcher? And then bring a road through here. And then right here, I don't know. No, a second fence is going to look weird next to the garden. How about a pipe? Pipe into the butcher? Yeah, sure. And then species housing is going to go here. There's going to be a cookhouse here. Humans are going to work there. Probably. And then it's going to have 2 human houses out front. That'll put you at 20. You'll upgrade. And everything will be lovely. Complex food and services are sort of close to being filled. Incense is not keeping up with demand. Complex food is also not keeping up with demand, but it should happen pretty soon after they get ahead of oil. So we're going to want to try and drop below 4 here, which we can do if we get rid of all of our woodcutters. How much coal did we stockpile? Only 53. I don't think that's really going to do it for us. I don't think it's really going to do it for us, like, at all. Also, why are harpies at 8? Because they're woodcutters, and because hostility is really high. And because they can't find any complex food. A myriad of reasons. How are you guys doing here? 12 of 19, 34 of 64. Okay. We're going. 5 seconds. Let's get rid of all of our woodcutters. It's time for free builder season. That gets us down to 3. We cannot sack in the hearth because we took Baptism of Fire, which has only gotten us minus 30 hostility. So instead, let's load up on harpies in here. And just really make sure we're burning a lot of blightrot cysts this season. It's a lot of S-words. No. Stop. Stop trying to play music that's going to get me DMCA'd. God, you know the game has been going long when you gotta reset the playlist twice. Drag a road. You're burning. Good. You're making food. Good. You have 58 oil sitting in here just not doing anything. Kind of weird. I guess that's how much you need for incense, but it's a lot of oil to just be sitting on. And then you just need 4 more people. So that's very close to being done. I'm going to favor harpies now so I don't forget. How is coal holding up? We are at 61, but that could be because we're burning sea marrow. It only burns for 20 seconds, so we're burning 2 coal every 20 seconds. Storm is 2 minutes long. We burn 40 coal a season. Does that sound right? Is that quick maths enough? Because we've got the 2 hubs. I think that's quick maths. We have planks to do this? We do. Just upgrade it now. We don't have to wait. Okay, we made it through. We need a cornerstone that wins. None of these win. We could make cosmetics, though. I'm pretty sure that the apothecary makes cosmetics, and it uses oil. So now might be the time, given that harpies can fulfill their need for cleanliness in a market, to start making cosmetics and then to take that perk for it. We can't take more people. We have arguably taken too many people already. I think I'm also going to go down to 1 woodcutter's post for a little bit. +3 to pie production. Holy cow, I want that. What in the world can I get rid of to get there? Possibly 41 tools. I need 18 amber. Hang on, I need to mute Hangouts. Let me make sure it's not really important first, and then let me mute it. Mute. There we go. Could also sell 10 wine. That's not that much. 22.50 to get there. Holy cow. Oh, that's pretty easy. Turns out tools are worth a lot. So 22.08. Actually, I don't want any of these packs of building materials, so turn this down a little bit. And then coats we make a ton of. So trade, bigger ovens, +3 to pie production. Anything to make more food. Anything to make more food. No, I don't want to see that. Also, hang on. 7 amber? Yeah. Let's finish an order really quick. 8.28, I'll trade some coats. 7 amber. Now we go do amber trade. Gives us 2 people. Little scary. Little scary. Do I have anything for them to do? Like, not particularly. I guess I could, if it's a lizard, I could stick him in here. We get a rep. We're really only looking at services buildings now. Or possibly ale. We don't have a way to make any of these is the problem. Also, man, we are eating up our roots on flower production. But I think I just gotta take, like, Explorer's Lodge. Give me more services buildings. Don't immediately have a plan for building it either. I guess I could put it here. Like that. And then just open this glade up. It's time. It's time to start opening glades. Can I get your rep to tick? Yeah, if I favor you, I can. And then also, you can get in here. And how do I want this to go? You definitely use oil. You can use herbs for this. Make 50. Incense is 2-star. Good news, you don't have to make incense anymore. You can focus completely on pie. You're going to use anything you can find for incense. Oil is going to be your fuel. You're going to make 50. Biscuits, you're going to use pretty much only berries. And you're going to make 50. That is going to be a busy apothecary. They have a lot to do. This is -8 to global resolve. Holy cow, is that easy right now. We have resolve despair. And instead of keeping goods, I'd like to send that to the Citadel, and I'd like you to get to work. And then what's this, a hallowed temple? No, it's just a normal temple. We can salvage that. Where can I get people to salvage that? Hello. Welcome, welcome. Where can I get people to salvage that? I don't need 3 harpies in here. Also, no, you're not doing building materials. I probably don't even need 2 humans in there. I don't know, just throw bodies at the problem. Investigate that. Tools. We got tools. Just throw bodies at the problem. Yeah, I'm pleased with it. I think it turned out really well. And it's been a video that people have been requesting for a really long time, so I'm looking forward to seeing what the engagement looks like. Can we drop all of you? Hey, a second coal mine. That's kind of a big deal. I can't afford to cut you. I can't afford to cut you. You made 7 fuel this season. You only need 2. Get in here. +2 to pottery, don't care. Flour, don't care. None of this, don't care. Just go get me rep. Stone, do care. You finally have something to do. Rejoice. And then you, we need to clear this spot off in case we want to mine that coal. You, I don't know why you're being favored. I think it was to tick your rep. Yeah, okay, then I will leave that on. 2 of 19, 17 of 19. I need these to finish because I need these laborers back. Also, how close are you to being done? 10. Okay, you're about to be done, and then you're going to work this worm tongue nest and this single leech. And then you're going to be done. I mean, we have so many people tied up in glade events right now that I think we can just hang out. You have ticked. You're now at 19. Humans need to be 38. We can favor that. We can put you at 40. You are going to come out here and around. This spot also needs to be a cookhouse eventually. I remember. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the road is here, so cut like all of this back. And it's this veggie camp. It's gonna need to go. Grain, roots, and vegetables. We'll have someone come in and build that. Hostility is 4 right now, and we have no woodcutters. So that's a little scary. But services are really close to being fulfilled for everyone. Really, it's just the incense production that's holding us back. Yeah, it's just the incense production that's holding us back. I'm tempted to turn it back on in here. But I'd rather have them just work on pies, I think. Alright, 1 glade event is finished. The temple's gone. This glade event finishes in 40. That gives us rep. This gives us rep. We're drawing close to being none here. I don't know why I feel so panicked when we're this ahead of impatience. I think it's because the hostility is really scary. I don't have an out for that. Oh, you don't have anything else to do. Guess what? You're free laborers now. Get into this woodcutter's camp again. There's another glade event done. That was... Nope, that was just something... Oh, that might have been humans taking their reputation. Is what that ding might have been. Yeah, I think I'm afraid because this game has gone on for a really long time. You've got a bonus to collect veggies. There's another glade event completed. You're going to haul that stuff back eventually. What do we get? An actual herbalist camp. I can't afford to reroll it. I don't care about a press, an alchemist hut, or a druid's hut. So sure, give me an herbalist camp. Because then there's an herb node up here that we can collect. But I don't have the harpies. Just 70 coal. You're still working. 30 seconds. We still don't really know what the win con is, although we are at -8 global resolve right now. So maybe the win con is finishing this event and then ticking 3 resolves and then, I don't know, putting together 5 trade routes somehow. Maybe we should be making packs for provisions. Maybe now is the time to start on this. Give me a makeshift post. Let us begin. Glade event done. That's you. You just need to carry Amber away. Trapper's camp has no deposits nearby. That's fine. We knew this was coming. You're going to work here now. Then later you're going to come and work here. You, I have a second human to offer you now. And you... I have like some people to offer you. And you are doing fine. I almost want to build a mine here and move them over here just because it's so much closer to a warehouse and hub that it would be a lot more efficient. This harvester's camp is done. Wow, everything just all at once. Okay, you guys get out of here. Give me a second worker in the stone camp. We've also got 2 spare humans from that glade event. You guys can work in the lumber camp. Clear out the space for the clan hall. This is where the cookhouse is going to go. You're going to go like there. And then you come here. And then we'll have a road come around like this. Do we need any more decorations here? No. We can just fully close that. And then this needs to come back like 3 because I'm going to put the human houses down here. Oh, there's a 3rd goal there. Pardon me, didn't see you. But I can't reach them all with a 3x3. What a weird coal mine placement. Don't love it. Anyway, in here, you will be making skewers up to 100. We're going to go up to 100 on all this stuff. It's time. Pigment, you're not going to make. Over here. Go to 100, go to 100. No, not 500. Holy cow. Wait, hang on. 100. In here, these pies, you're going to 100. Lizards want to work here. Do I have lizards in a woodcutter's post? No. Where do I have lizards that they don't need to be? In a market. You... God, I need both of them working. Oh, also here. Here, give me one of these harpies back. Put 2 harpies in here. Put 2 lizards in here. I need to keep a free builder around. We can get down to... We can't get underneath 4, though. Alright, people might die this season. I don't even need to cut woodcutters at all, honestly. Stop favoring humans. They don't need it. You go here. You come here. That tree needs to go. That's going to be human house 1. Human house 2 is those 3 trees. Storm hits. People gonna die, because not enough humans or lizards can fill services. And that is because we're not producing enough incense. A lizard carpenter has died. You know what? I only need 1 lizard carpenter in there. Did I finish my post? I did. Make me packs of provisions out of meat. Make me like 20. A human woodcutter has died. A second lizard carpenter has died. No, we knew about that. It's just a human woodcutter that's died. That's okay. But we can build a human house. We don't have a way to make any more incense. Well, we could turn it on in the oven. Also, you're falling behind on flour, and that's because you don't have enough stuff to make flour with. We are at the limits of our current infrastructure. So it's a good thing that we're about to win. Because we're now gated, and reminder, this has been all of our flour production, is 3 reeds per minute. So it's not unsurprising that we have run into the limit of our food production. But we have run into the limit of our food production. Although this was a really big push to get there now that I look at it. We went to 183 jerky in the blink of an eye. And then give me 1 more human house. A lizard cook has died. Where? In the butcher? That's kind of important. But having a builder's also kind of important. So you're gonna do this, and then I'm gonna do... Oh god, that's horrible. I'll take 1 more. I need both of you working in here. We need to finish 5 trade reads to win. I would like a second one of you working in here, just to power through some more tools. Remember that time at the start of this game we said that we were going to open 20 caches? Hey, to be fair, we still could. We've just taken in way too many people. Foragers camp. Full foragers camp. Doesn't matter. +3 to coats production's like the only thing I'm looking at here. Buildings. Explorer's Lodge. Let's start brawling. This also gets us +1 to global... Oh, that's going to be like +7 global resolve. that's a substantial bonus. Trapper's camp has no deposits nearby. You have 1 more deposit I think you will find. 1 more deposit that you can work. And cornerstones. Need specialization. You are a little late, my friend. So I guess we take stone production instead. That meat production is just a little late to the party. And I guess we could, like, just open a couple more glades for funsies. Maybe there'll be something in there that gives rep or something. You ever just, like, done anything for fun? Instead of so that you win? It's new to me, so, you know, I'm kind of, like, unfamiliar with it. I never put harpies back in there, did I? It's not that important. This is important, though. I'd like you to take care of that. We've gained one reputation from harpies, I'd assume? And that is probably going to be what gets us our last rep point. You're going to come through. You're making packs. Don't think it's going to matter. We have to finish 5 trade routes. Would have been nice to do Lost in the Woods, but it just never showed up. Like, we literally never saw an encampment. It feels like they're kind of rare, honestly. This is going to upgrade you and give you another 20%. Yep, there it is. There that is. If we wanted to go longer still, we'd be looking at building a third hub, probably over here, and then using that farmland to do a second source of berries. But I don't think we have the buildings to pull it off. We'd need to grow flour at that point. We'd need to take a small farm, or we'd need to take an herb garden, and we would need to grow either roots or grain. Because our entire food economy is about to collapse around the fact that we can't produce enough flour. Although, how many times did we get the cookbook to fire? Yeah, we gained 350 jerky off of Zelda Secret Cookbook. This perk is busted. I'm not really a proponent of nerfing single-player games, because, like, it depends on how you want to play the game. I'm not really going to, like, nerf something that feels too strong when it's a game that you're not really competing in the first place. But if I was going to nerf a perk, it would probably be that. It would probably be like 5 jerky per 10 pie produced. And I think that would bring it a little more in line. Ooh, wait, Citadel resources. We might not have time to finish this. Get you guys out of here, you're idle. I really want those 6 machineries. But I don't think it's going to do it, because the Harpy Resolve is ticked way too high. Even if we favored someone else, they're 10 above their cap right now. So we're going to lose out on 6 Citadel parts, but that's okay. It's okay indeed. Is the next rep tick the win? No. We have 2 more. And we might finish. How fast do you work? 125 versus 341? You might finish, honestly. I don't know if you'll have time to carry it back, but you might finish. I still feel like, you know, if we had to earn 3 more rep, we could probably do it on this map. And we never really got a perk to come together that enabled us to win the game. We kind of just won on the back of a lot of resolve and finishing a lot of our orders and completing a lot of glade events. There was no single perk that was like, you get a ton of rep. So I find that interesting. How many assists do we have? Oh, quite a few. This, though, I don't know, man. I don't think Baptism of Fire is that good. I really don't. Maybe if you farm Corruption, it's better, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Anyway, doesn't matter. We won. Where'd the soundtrack go? Pause the soundtrack. Smoldering City. Let's go look at our deeds. We finished Prosperity 3. Collect 50 rep through Resolve. Not all in that game, but a lot of it that game. Dangerous Lands, and we won a game on Prestige 1, which gives us a Pipe Elbow. Now, did we finish that fast enough to get another one in for the cycle? No, absolutely not. We did find a chest, though. I'll take 10 artifacts. What did the rest of you guys find? Any chests? No, you found a flooded mines and a fishman ritual site. We have done those already. I don't think we have enough time to embark for another one. No, we do, somehow. If I reset the cycle, will it let me do it, despite the fact that I can make one more village? That's an interesting question. If I were to do another village, where would I put it? That's also an interesting question. I don't know. I don't really have a plan, so I think I'm just going to reset the blight cycle. Oh, I can't. Okay, I do have to do one more. That's that question answered. Well, that's what we'll be doing next time, then. Let's find a deed that we want to work on for that, given that we can't do any modifiers. We could, as always, try to do these. I feel like I might need to do those on Viceroy, rather than Prestige 1. Win a game near Ruined Armor, you can't do that. We could work on one of these, like Beaver Utopia, Harpy Utopia, and then also there should be a Human Utopia. Yeah, here it is. It doesn't give you a building, it just gives you a bit of XP. Also these, although are these, yeah, these and these are mutually exclusive. So next game, let's try and focus on one of these utopia ones, where we get a bunch of one species, we build a bunch of their houses, and then we build their favorite perk building, or their favorite services building. That'll be something fun to do. And then let's also check out upgrades. We can afford one. Which one do we want? Still don't really care. Permanent burning duration increase, and an additional option to choose from when picking cornerstones I think is probably really strong. An additional caravan to choose from could also be fun. Embarkation points, don't care. Blueprint discount, don't care. I could take parts. I could gain a 2% bonus to production speed. I'm going to take... What was the one that looked fun? Yeah, additional cornerstone choice. Just makes it easier for you to make sure a build comes together. And then that's where we're going to be done. So that's our first Prestige 1 run in the books. We are, I think, going to play on Prestige 1 from now on, unless we have a weird deed that we want to try and finish. Although I'd like to finish all the deeds at least on Viceroy. I don't want to drop down to like Settler and make a Patient Queen like trivially easy or something like that. But yeah, join me next time for a settlement where we try and build a utopia of some form. It's probably going to depend on map, it's going to depend on caravan, a bunch of other stuff. But that'll be a fun little thing to work on. Until then, though, I will catch you guys later. Have a good rest of your day.